What's going on YouTube? It's the flyest vlogger on the planet. My name is Showtime the Czar. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great, positive, productive day as always. You know I got hip hop news, cultural updates, and everything like that for you guys today. But before we do any and all that, you know what you got to do. See that subscribe button on your screen right there. I need you to click that, turn that bell icon on so each and every time one of my videos drop, the content that I'm providing to you, you don't miss it. Let's get into it, y'all. Drop my intro. YouTube, what up, dope? I'm back. All right, so let's jump straight into this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the song Bongos, right? So I know y'all have heard it by now. It's Cardi B, it's Meg Thee Stallion. Joe Budden, he posted, well, he talked about the song on his podcast. And here's what he had to say about the song.
It's not hooking for me.
It's not catchy. It's not particularly
It's
catchy.
not. There's nothing in it to make it stay. One, and two. I know y'all think Sexy Red is paying me. She's not. But this commercialized ratchet has passed. It's ghetto ratchet time. I think they both.
Now, the reason I wanted to start off talking about this song is because I've been seeing a lot of people on social media say that they don't really like the song, or it's like, it's okay. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Bongos is better than WAP to me. Here's why. Now, before you start tripping and going, oh, he crazy, tripping, listen to me. When WAP came out, I think the hype of it being Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi, because at the time the song came out, Meg was like hot. You know what I'm saying? She was ascending in the right direction. She was she was on everybody's song. She was doing hella interviews. She was doing freestyles. She was doing everything. So when the song came out, the idea of having Meg and Cardi on the same song was like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, Cardi was doing her thing. You know, she didn't have an album out, but she was still making, like, I think that Up song was out at the time, maybe. I don't know, but she was still doing her thing. The point I'm making is those two were two of the biggest female hip hop artists out. Again, those two on the same song was fire. When the song dropped, though, the difference between WAP and Bongos is when you think of Meg and Cardi, you think of two things. You think sex and you think a lot of twerking. This, what Bongos is what I was expecting WAP to be. Now, I'll get back to what Joe Budden said because he said some hater stuff, but I think Bongos is more rhythmic. I think Bongos definitely plays more into the Meg and the Cardi that at least I was expecting for WAP. WAP was cool. WAP sold a lot of records. So obviously it was a big song. But you can't really dance to WAP. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I'm trying to do nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like DJs, when you play a song that got two ladies that's known for twerking and shaking ass, that's what you want to play. Something that's doing exactly that. Twerking and shaking ass. And I feel like Bongos, that's what it is. The only thing I would have changed differently about Bongos, they should have strictly made it about twerking. Like, I feel like they tried to, like, they got them sex lyrics in there. And I see a lot of women saying, I'm so tired of hearing about coochie this, coochie that, and blah, blah, blah. That's why the song don't slap to me. And she's like, it's okay. If Meg and Cardi would have simply made the song just about shaking ass and having fun, boom. Boom. It's on, it's fire. I still think it's gonna grow on people, and I still think people gonna, go crazy with the song. But for right now, it's just taking a little bit of time just because of the ratchet rap. It's just, it's exhausting to hear. You get tired of hearing women talking about their coochie and everything like that. Now, on the Joe Budden, because gotta address Joe Budden. He said that Cardi and Meg, they're like sophisticated ratchet or some term that he used. And they're not like the grimy ratchet, like the Sexy Red and the Sukis of the world. But the problem is with what he's saying is Suki does that super grimy ratchet stuff and it don't catch. You know what I'm saying? Just like that song with her and Sexy Red, the hood rats. You know, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. It's kinda, it's too grimy and too beneath people for it to catch on. It's like, it's almost like they're making it acceptable to be just the most dirtiest, grimiest women possible, and it's just like, don't nobody want to be looked at like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a white person being called racist. They don't want to be looked at as racist, but even if they are, they don't want to look at it in the mirror and go, this is me. You know what I'm saying? So while he does kind of have a point, I think what Cardi and Meg are doing, it's not too below people to where it's like, I don't want to do that, but they're not too high and mighty on it to where it's like, okay, this is fun ratchet, not dirty ratchet, and that's just what it is. I think if Suki upgrades hers to make it be sophisticated ratchet, to where it just doesn't sound like she's trying to be dirty with it, then she'll get that hit that she deserves. So that's what I think about the whole bongos and, you know, what Joe Budden said. Let me know what you think about what Joe Budden said. Also, what's your thoughts and feelings on the song Bongos in the comments below. All right, y'all, on to the next subject here. Young Berg, aka Hitmaka, whatever y'all like to call him. Him and Tink got into a little altercation over the weekend. I don't want to say a little altercation. They got into it bad over the weekend. Here's what I want to say about this. The whole thing is sad, but I want to talk about one specific thing that Tink said. I like Tink, okay? I think she's dope. But I got to say this was corny right here. So there's a video, right, where Shorty says, to all you ladies that like Berg, he eats my ass. You know, from the rooter to the tutor. Oh my God, that was so corny. It was so bad. Let me tell you why that's corny. It's 2023. It's so much Twitter porn, and it's so much OnlyFans, and just so much of people wanting to be seen having sex, and just random thirst traps, sex tweets, and all that type of stuff. In 2023, the last thing you can do is shame somebody for being sexual. Like, you have to be on an extreme level of disgusting stuff. Like, that girl that be doing she was like having sex with the fire hydrant. Like, that's the type of nasty stuff that you have to do in order to sex shame somebody. Saying somebody eat your butt. Oh God. And I know she's mad. Right, I understand that. She was just trying to find a way to you know, express her being upset. But that ain't it. That was so, oh man, that was so bad. And I hate that for her, because again, I'm a fan. But in that moment, you tried to look for a way to make him look like a bad person. And the last thing you want to do is tell the females that he messing with that he eat ass. That's not gonna make them run away. That's gonna make them spread the cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna draw them to him, because, oh, so you got money and you out here being a little freak. Oh, I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? It just, I hate that she went out like that, man. I hate that. And again, Berg has had Hitmaka has had a very long streak of not being the best to women. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always had confrontations with women. So, unfortunately for him, this is just a thing that keeps happening. But I just hate that for Tink, man. I hate that they went through what they went through. And, you know, I hope that they can work that situation out. But, oh, man. Please, Lord, don't ever let Tink go outside like that again, man. Like, I hope they resolve whatever they is and they can just be friends and, you know, move past it. But, ladies, going forward, because we're about to go into 2024 in about a few months here, that sex shaming, that ain't it. That ain't it, dog. You can't. that ain't gonna work. Y'all gotta find something new. You gotta say something like they unclean. You know what I'm saying? They don't brush their teeth. They don't got good hygiene. You wanna shame somebody? Sex shaming, that ain't gonna work. Cause too many people, it's normalized now. You feel me? Like, it's not nothing that people are gonna be embarrassed about. You know, it's just not no more. So that's my thoughts and opinions on that. Let me know what you think about that whole situation in the comments below. All right, y'all, and the last thing I want to discuss before I get up out of here, Uncle Steve, man. I don't understand why people keep bothering Uncle Steve. So if you haven't seen the story, Steve Harvey and his wife, Marjorie, they were in the news once again after the whole cheating scandal, right? Shirley Strawberry, okay, she was, I guess you could say, caught saying some not so nice things about Uncle Steve. Here's what she said. Take a listen.
All right, Steve, I'm going to just start by saying that my estranged husband is in jail. He's been in jail for over a year since about right after the 4th of July of 2022. And recently, some phone calls from last year between he and I were leaked. And on those calls, you hear me saying you were winded going up the stairs at your home. And Marjorie looks at us as the help. And right here and now, I want to apologize to you and Marjorie for what I said. As much as I wish I could, I can't take it back. The fact that these tapes were released, it does seem like everyone is coming for you, I should say, at this time, including me. But in reality, the tapes have nothing to do with what you and Marjorie have going on. It was just me running my mouth in a private conversation, or what I thought was a private conversation. And again, I apologize. I feel terrible. I make no excuses. You know, I said what I said, and there's no denying.
Okay, first off, I think it's definitely strange that the call got out. Like, it's a jail call. I understand they recorded it for obvious reasons, because she's talking to a person in jail. But the fact that they put it out, that's the part that got me like, why? What was the reason that you was like, she's talking about Steve Harvey, like, let us, like, this, the jail facility was like, let's sell this to TMZ. You know what I'm saying? We got this person talking bad about Steve Harvey. I feel like that's illegal. I could be wrong, so y'all correct me in the comments, but I feel like that's just illegal. Like, why are you putting out that private conversation? You don't put out nobody else's private conversation. I'm pretty sure that, you know, he's not the only person in that prison that has he's connected to a famous person. So the fact that they put that out is lame. But let me get to what Shirley Strawberry said. If you feel like that about Steve Harvey, I feel like the only way to rectify that situation, well, obviously she apologized, but you probably should have said it to him first. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, everybody pillow talking, yeah, that was a private conversation, so she didn't think it was going to get out. However, I think she should have kind of, like, hinted towards it just a little bit. Maybe not full on go in depth the way she did with her ex-husband in the prison, but kind of just like, yo, express her feelings. Because if I'm not mistaken, they've been working together for a while now. So now you kind of just burnt that bridge with you and Steve Harvey just because you was like, you know, trying to talk about that man behind his back and his wife. You know what I'm saying? Then you say he's scared of his wife. I think a lot of men are scared of their wife. That's just, I'm just assuming. I ain't married, but I think a lot of men are quote unquote scared of their wife. And I don't mean like punk scared. I mean just like he don't want to hear certain things. So because what the conversation went, how it went was, you know, she could only see certain parts of the house based on the fact that he's scared of his wife. Well, and he's scared. He just don't want to hear that mess. He know that if stuff ain't a certain way, women don't want people in their house. If it don't look up to par, women don't want people in their house. And as men, we gonna be like, oh, hey man, no, I don't want to hear her wife, cause I don't want to hear her mouth, cause you about to come in here and do a whole bunch of stuff. I want peace. And if you come over here and it don't look a certain way, I'm gonna have to hear it afterwards. So that's what I think that sounded like, in my opinion. I don't know if that's what it was, but if that's her definition of scared, that's probably 50, 60, 70% of men. And some of the men that feel like that, they ain't even married. They just don't want to hit. So that's just my thoughts and opinions. But yeah, I hope they are able to fix that situation. It's just like, dang, you know, how did that get out? It's just sad and it's unfortunate. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all.